Well, hello. My name is Elizabeth Garcia, and I assist the lawyers at the Immigration Department in Spain. I'm located in Madrid, and prior to coming to Lexidy, I've helped in several administrations with all the pastoral services and all the bureaucracy that comes after being a resident of Spain. In today's video, we're going to talk about that in particular. What happens after you get your permit approved? And I have a couple of questions here that I will be answering throughout the video to make all this process clearer for you and of course to just let you know that you can count on us. So, what is post-arrival bureaucracy in Spain and why it is important? As mentioned, the trip doesn't end once you have the resolution of approval of your permit. So after you receive that resolution, you will have to submit your documents in order to get a plastic card that is called the TIE. And that card will hold all your information regarding both your personal data and the kind of permit you're holding. But in order to get that card, you need to follow a series of steps that will take you to the point where you are holding your plastic cards in your hands. What is Empadronamiento and what is required for it? So, the steps you need to follow in order to get the TIE are: first, you register at the place where you're going to be residing on a regular basis. That is, going to the town hall and let them know that you're staying at a certain address and you hold, whether it's a property deed or a rental agreement, or you're staying at a relative's, someone else's house, etc. And then you just submit the documents to the town hall, and they would then issue a Certificado de Empadronamiento, that is registration certificate that actually proves that you are registered at that address. So what is required to do the Empadronamiento? Well, I'm going to answer with every lawyer's favorite answer, and that is, it depends. Well, it depends on the town hall, it depends on your situation, it depends on whether you're a family or not, but on a regular basis, it's usually a proof of identification, whether it's your ID or your children's birth certificates, etc. A proof of your address, as I mentioned. If it's a property you own, then you will need a property deed. If it's an apartment you're renting, rental contract, etc. And then you, in case you're staying at someone else's place, you will need an authorization to register there. So that's pretty much what's fairly common in most town halls. But then it comes the issue of, do I need an appointment or not to submit those documents? And that's what gets tricky. Because sometimes small town halls are not clear about what says on their website, they're not clear whether it's necessary an appointment or not, and you end up needing to call them just to double check that is needed. So if you struggle to do that, don't hesitate to contact us. We have been doing this for 8 years, and we certainly know a lot of requirements for a lot of town halls, and we can always contact them to double check. So, what is TIE and why it's important? Well, as I mentioned, the TIE is the actual plastic card that you would need to provide whenever you are identifying yourself in front of Spanish authorities. Of course, once you have your residence permit, you don't have the card yet. You only have your passport, but of course, after a certain time, you would need to identify yourself with a valid Spanish document, and in your case, that will be the TIE, or Tarjeta de Identidad de Extranjero. That is a foreigner's identity card. So it's important because you will be required to identify yourself with that card. So yes, you should get one. Here comes the big question, which I'll just answer right now. TIE or NIE? That is TIE or NIE. So you sometimes will be required to show your NIE, and you will then be shocked because you're holding a TIE. You went through this whole process to get a TIE, right? So the difference falls, and just one word. NIE is the number, your identification number, that will never change. That is the number that's appointed to you once you have your permit. Whenever you're even renewing your permit or changing types of visa, that NIE will remain the same. And that NIE will be printed on the TIE. That's just the difference. So the TIE is the card, the actual card, and the NIE is the number that it's appointed to you. So in order to get that TIE, you will need, after getting the Empadronamiento, you will need to go to the police station and submit your fingerprints along with some other documents and forms and fees that you will need to pay in order to get the plastic card. But again, the trip does not end there because you don't get the plastic card at the moment. You will be required to go after between 30 to 45 days after the appointment where you submit your fingerprints and documents, and then you will get your plastic card. The thing is, once again, some places require appointments and some other don't. So please make sure to check with the policeman once you're at the fingerprints appointment. Please check with them if an appointment is needed, so you will know in order to pick up your card, and then you will finally get your card in your hands. But what else do I need to do after getting the TIE? Well, interesting question. Also, of course, it depends, but usually you would need to clarify your tax situation. So whether you're going to reside more than 83 days in Spain, you will consider a tax resident, and in that case, you will need to check your situation, your particular status on what to do about taxes. And of course, at Lexidy, we have a tax department that is willing to help you out with whatever you need regarding those services. What else? Well, of course, you would like to open a bank account. And about this, it is important to know that some banks require you to have the TIE already, the plastic card with your NIE on it. Some others require you to have the NIE number that is printed on your resolution, so you can just get things going before having the actual card with you. And some others require only the passport and the empadronamiento. That's why empadronamiento is so important, and also because if you don't register at the town hall, you would not be issued a TIE. Well, you might have questions regarding healthcare, and you can also wonder what happens to my children. How can I register them at schools and so on? And of course, we can always assist with this. At Lexidy, we have been doing this for a long time, and we know certain resources that we can help out. So on that matter, should you wish for a consultation with us, please don't hesitate to click on that link below. It's a form that will take you to our services directly, and of course it's a free consultation, and we're more than happy to resolve any doubts you have, because we are aware that this is a really, really difficult process, and we only want to help.